Hello everyone, this is Priyanka Arannadurai. Welcome to the series My Experiments with Yoga. Being a practitioner as well as a learner of Ashtanga Yoga for more than a year, I have dedicated this video for a brief introduction on Ashtanga Yoga. So let's get started. Ashtanga is a Sanskrit term, Ashta Anga, which means the 8 limbs. Ashtanga Yoga is also known as the classical yoga, and it is the one which is mentioned in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. The 8 limbs of the Ashtanga Yoga are Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. These 8 limbs form a sequence starting from yamas and end in the samadhi. On consistent practice, they start the regulation of our outer environment and our actions and gradually proceeds to the regulation of one's inner self. Though some call the Ashtanga Yoga as merely one among the types, it is not so. Ashtanga Yoga, known as classical yoga, is the one which is mentioned in the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, which means all other existing forms of yoga are merely a derivative of the Ashtanga Yoga. In this 21st century, many understand yoga as only a type of exercise which consists of a sequence of postures. But in Ashtanga Yoga, the asanas are merely one among the 8 limbs. So Ashtanga Yoga can be called as the parent of all the yogas which are in existence. This Ashtanga Yoga is inclusive of meditation, which happens to be the 7th limb, which is Dhyana. The other types of yoga in practice are Hatha Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Bikram Yoga, Power Yoga, Laya Yoga, Aerial Yoga, etc. The type which is closely related to Ashtanga Yoga is the Hatha Yoga. Other than Hatha Yoga, Kundalini Yoga is also practiced widely. Kundalini refers to the energy which lies dormant at the base of the spine, and through yogic practices, it is activated and will be channeled upward through the chakras. I have already made a detailed video on chakras. You can watch that for more details. Now let us learn about the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga in detail. The first limb is Yama. Yamas are ethical rules which are nothing but moral imperatives. There were 5 yamas mentioned in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. They are Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya and Aparigraha. Ahimsa stands for non-violence, which means one should not harm any other living beings. Satya stands for truthfulness. Asteya stands for not stealing. Brahmacharya stands for chastity or marital fidelity. Aparigraha stands for non-possessiveness. These are the 5 yamas mentioned by Patanjali, and these self-restraints will help in an individual's personal growth. The second limb is the niyamas. Niyamas refer to the virtuous habits and observances. The 5 niyamas mentioned by Patanjali are Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. Shaucha refers to purity, purity of mind, speech as well as body. Santosha refers to contentment, which is nothing but acceptance of one's circumstances and helps in the self-optimism. Tapas refers to persistence or perseverance. It cultivates self-discipline. Swadhyaya refers to the self-reflection by introspection of one's own thoughts, speech and action. It also indicates the study of Vedas. The last niyama, Ishvara Pranidhana, deals with the contemplation of Ishvara. While the first limb yamas refer to the set of restraints on individual's behavior, the second limb niyama refers to the virtuous habits which are to be observed by an individual. These both limbs help in the personal development of an individual. Then comes the third limb, asana. The term asan refers to posture or seat. It could be a seated posture or a standing posture. This posture is to be held by a person for a certain period of time while keeping his physical as well as mental state in a relaxed, steady and comfortable manner. Patanjali's Yoga Sutra did not mention any specific asana, but over the period of time, hundreds of asanas emerged and practiced by people all around the world. I'll come up with a separate video dealing with commonly practiced asanas. Now let us move forward to the fourth limb, which is pranayama. Pranayama is formed from two words, prana and ayama. Prana refers to breath and ayam refers to restraint. And therefore, pranayama is the control of one's breath. Pranayama is the fourth limb and it comes after the asana. Be it a standing asana or a seated asana, it must be followed by a breathing technique. Various pranayama techniques starting from Anulom Viloma to Brahmari and Bastrika have evolved over the time. The next limb is Pratyahara. Pratyahara refers to the act of drawing one's awareness to oneself, which means we need to retract the sensory experience from external objects. The abstraction from the external objects by consciously closing one's mind, not one's eyes, is the process of Pratyahara. It helps an individual to take control of one's own self and stop being controlled by the external world. Pratyahara limb marks the transition from outer sphere of the body to the inner sphere of the spirit. The sixth limb is the Dharana. Dharana refers to concentration or introspective focus on oneself. It refers to holding of one's mind on a particular object. It could be a mantra or a place or a thought or a concept, etc. Dharana is nothing but fixation of mind on a single pointed focus without any drifting. In my yoga classes, I used to practice dharana by focusing on the lighted tip of the candle. The seventh limb of Ashtanga Yoga is Dhyana. Dhyan means contemplation or reflection. Dharana and Dhyana are completely two different things. Dharana refers to the focus, whereas Dhyana is contemplation or reflection of whatever that has focused on. For example, if the focus was on a concept or an idea, then Dhyana would be contemplating that concept in all its aspects, forms and consequences. It is nothing but an uninterrupted train of thought or a flow of awareness. While Dharana is the focused state of mind, Dhyana is nothing but the process of mind. The mind is not in a single state, but it allows the flow of awareness throughout it. I will provide a detailed video on different types of meditation, which is different type of dhyana practices around the world. Now coming to the last limb of Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga, Samadhi. Samadhi refers to the union. It is nothing but oneness with the subject of meditation. It is said in the state of Samadhi, there would be no distinction between the actor of meditation or the act of meditation or the subject of meditation. The one who attains this stage of Samadhi are known as Siddhas, Naths, Yogis, etc. So these are the 8 limbs of the Ashtanga Yoga which were mentioned in the Patanjali's text of Yoga Sutras. As said earlier, these 8 limbs form a sequence starting from yamas to the Samadhi, and when consistently followed, they awaken our inner self. This Ashtanga Yoga is the one which is part of Indian schools of philosophy and is practiced over 5,000 years. It combines the elements from spiritual as well as scientific discipline and establishes harmony between thought and action, mind and body. Now that we have learnt about Ashtanga Yoga, the other yoga which is closely related to Ashtanga Yoga is the Hatha Yoga. The word Hatha stands for forceful. Ha and Ta. Ha refers to the right side representing the sun and Ta refers to the left side representing the moon. Thus the Hatha Yoga is known as Yoga of Balance. It is nothing but balancing the energy that one has within oneself. As with the Ashtanga Yoga, there are also limbs in the Hatha Yoga, but the number of limbs is 7 and not 8 as in Ashtanga Yoga. The limbs are Shatkriyas, Asana, Mitahar, Nadi Shodhana, Pranayama, Mudra, and Nadanusandana. Shatkriyas refer to the cleansing techniques, Asanas refers to the physical poses, Mitahar refers to the yogic diet, Nadi Shodhana refers to the cleansing of nadis, Mudra refers to the symbols, Nadanusandana refers to the focus on sounds. Now that you have learnt about the two types of yoga, you can start practicing. One easy and free way of learning yoga is by visiting the Ministry of Ayush website. I have provided the link in the description box below. Please provide your suggestions and doubts in the comment section below, and thanks for watching towards the end.